Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakata Mahyam Tatanti Swapatandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Patakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahakana Raghunatha Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishada Vinamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostude Taptaka Anjana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarupescha Kripa Sindhupe Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamina Dinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prajalini Nirvishesha Shunyavati Pashyati Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. I hope the screen is visible. So this is a nice song. Okay, so by Vasudeva Ghosh. So one of the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here it said about Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda. Okay, so Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda is basically about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the son of Sachi Mata and Jagannath Mishra. So just 5 minutes, we'll have a kirtan and then go to the class. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda Vibhu Bane Kore Charanavan Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda Vibhu Bane Kore Charanavan Neelachale Shankha Chakra Gada Padmadhar Nadiya Nagare Dandaka Mandalukar Neelachale Shankha Chakra Gada Padmadhar Nadiya Nagare Dandaka Mandalukar Keho Bole Purabe Ravanapati Lal Goloke Vaibhav Leela Prakash Korilal Golo Keho Bole Purabe Ravanapati Lal Goloke Vaibhav Leela Prakash Korilal Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Kore Jai Charana Bandhan Shri Radha Pave Gora Avatar Hare Krishna Nam Gora Korila Prachar Shri Radha Pave Gora Avatar Hare Krishna Nam Gora Korila Prachar Vasudeva Kori Joda Jai Gaura Se Krishna Se Jagannath Vasudeva Ghosh Bole Kori Joda Jai Gaura Se Krishna Se Jagannath Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Kore Charana Vandhan Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Kore Charana Vandhan. Okay, so here I'll just tell the last line. It said Jai Gaura Sai Krishna Sai Jagannath. It's Gauranga is Krishna, he is Jagannath. Okay, so if you have a doubt, is Krishna Gauranga? Gauranga means golden limbs, in the sense Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came as a golden avatar. So Krishna is Gauranga and he is only Jagannath. Okay, so don't get confused. All three are the same, but the bhav is different. Okay, so that's the difference. But then here it is said in Neelachala, Jagannath is holding conch shell, chakra, club, and lotus. In Nadiya, he is holding a danda and kamandalu. So both are same. So this is a glorification of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, but in a different bhav, the bhav of Radharani. Jai. So yeah, so today is chapter 9. Okay, so chapter 9 is called Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam. Why? The secret of knowledge, or the topmost knowledge. Raja means king and Guhyam means secret, right? So it's the most confidential knowledge. Raja Vidya, the king of all knowledge. Raja Guhyam, the king of all secrets. So someone can say, unmute. Why is it called, what? Why is it called Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam?
Yeah, Mataji, because this is the most confidential knowledge is Bhakti and devotion to Lord Krishna. That is, Krishna is fully absorbed in that.
Yes, very good. So that's why it is called Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam. Yeah, attendance will be posted soon by the admin, Nandita Mataji. And also, if you have to go to the level 3, then you finish level 2. Okay, and keep doing your quizzes. And finally, the last 18th chapter, you will have a certificate. Sorry, it's subjective questions. We are working on it to make it objective so that it's easy for you to do the quizzes. Subjective is a little tough for people. So we are trying to modify it. It takes some time, but then we are working on it. So once the 18 days quizzes are done, you'll get the certificate. Then the link will be posted in the WhatsApp group to join level 3. Okay, soon. So we'll take some more time, right? We have 9 more weeks to complete. So this is the most confidential knowledge. Knowing this, we can directly go back to Krishna, right? The 9th chapter, 34th sloka, Krishna says the most important secret. And what is the quality to know that secret from the Lord? I mean, what do you think is the eligibility needed? Will Krishna reveal the secret to everyone? What is he saying? What quality Arjuna have? Yes,
surrender. You have to surrender.
Yeah, surrender. Yes, very good. Then that's one thing. He also says something.
Complete bhakti, Mataji,
Yeah, complete bhakti, knowledge. Yeah, non-envious. Very good. Yeah, because Arjuna was never envious of Krishna. Bhaktosi sakacheti, he says, you are my devotee as well as my friend, right? Humility, yeah. So Bhaktosi sakacheti, he says, you have a soft heart and you're never envious of the Lord, and he is the friend and devotee of Krishna. So Krishna is giving the knowledge to Arjuna. What qualification do we have to get this knowledge? Right? So we should think about it. So how fortunate we are. The fortune in this material world is someone having a nice house, a big car, a nice family with children, a good job. Then people say he's successful. No, that's not real success, right? So the real success is to be in Krishna consciousness, to know more about Krishna, because we are planning for liberation and they are planning for rebirth again and again. So who is really successful is, in the material sense, it looks like the Krishna devotee is not successful, but then it is the real success. All glory to Shri Radha Govinda and Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so 9th chapter is very important. So many slokas to be memorized. Shri Bhagavan Vaja idam tu te kuhyatamam prabhakshyami nisuyave jnanam vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshase ashubhat. The Supreme Lord said, my dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart you this most secret wisdom, knowing which you shall be relieved of all the miseries of material existence. Shubhata, Kleshagni. This is what the first step in devotional services. I can guarantee you, whoever is chanting 1 round, 2 round, whatever it is, you're chanting. Before that, going to level 3, okay, it is a nice thing, but then you should chant 4 rounds. Okay, by the end of this course, you should be able to reach your chanting to 4 rounds, because 4 rounds is the eligibility to go to level 3. Okay, now, so whatever you're chanting, you're getting that nice taste, right? Because that's the thing. When you go to the devotional service, there is kleshagni, all the klesha, the miseries will get end. So then what will happen? You will find transcendental happiness. So it's Raja Vidya. The Lord imparts this most confidential knowledge and realization to Arjuna, because he was never envious of the Lord, right? So what is the qualification to receive is anasuyave, free from envy. We should not be envious of the Lord. The Mayavadis, the atheists, are envious of the Lord. They don't like Lord getting glorified, right? So they are envious. Now, what is the means to receive it? Hearing. You have to hear. That's true. So we should hear properly. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. And what are the benefits of it? Relief from all material existence or miseries of material existence. So this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita will help us to overcome the cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. Okay. So it's Raja Vidya, it's the king of education. Why is it called king of education? Because it's never destroyed. This education is not destroyed. The education which we do in material degrees, we can't just go to the next life and ask for a certificate which the course we did for this life. No, we again have to start with A for apple. No, but then this knowledge is not like that. Where you stopped, you can start from there. So these are the 9 devotional service. I think we already discussed this. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. This is the reference 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj says to Hiranyakashipu. right? So these are the devotees who became glorious. Shravanam, Parikshit, I think we have discussed this, right? Then chanting by Shivade Goswami, remembering Prahlad Maharaj, Pada Sevanam, serving the lotus feet by Lakshmi Devi, then deity worship Prithu Maharaj, praying or obeisances by Akrura, then Dasya by Hanuman, and friendship and Sakya is Arjuna, and complete surrender is Bali Maharaj. Okay, put in the chat, who is the one who did all the 9 devotional service together? Savai Mana Krishna Padaravindayo Vacham Sivai Kunda Gunana Varnane. Who's that great devotee who, yeah, Ambarish Maharaj, very nice. So Ambarish Maharaj could do all the 9 devotional service together. So for us, we may not be able to do all the thing, but what we'll do, we'll just have to do 1 or 2 devotional service perfectly. No, that we can do. 1 or 2 devotional service can be done perfectly. Okay. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Midamuttamam Pratyakshavagam Dharmyam Susukam Kartumapyayam. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. This is the purest knowledge because it gives direct perception of the self by realization. It is the perfection of religion. It's everlasting and it's joyfully performed. I was reading Bhagavatam today and a nice analogy came to my mind when I was reading through Prabhupada's purport. And Prabhupada says there, if you could see yourself on daytime, what does that mean? That the sun is already up. No, there's no power today, or there's power cut, but still you're able to see everything. You can see yourself because of sunlight, natural sunlight. What does that mean? The sun is already there. No? Because of that, the sunlight, we can see the self. Similarly, unless you know Krishna, you can't know yourself. No, because he is the Paramatma. Unless you know Paramatma, who Krishna is, you won't be able to know what Atma is. Someone asked me, why should we study all these literatures? Religion is enough. After all, worshipping Krishna can be done. And that's what will take you back to Godhead, not these knowledge and Shastras. But Prabhupada says, if you do religion without philosophy, it's just sentiments. And you'll fall down. Something bad happens in your life and you're just gone from devotional service. But then you have no philosophy, but you're not religious, then it's just mental speculation. So you should have both. You should be religious, worshipping Krishna on the basis of the philosophy, because Krishna consciousness is a science. It's a philosophy. Why Srila Prabhupada have written so many books? It's for us. So please start reading, all of you. Bhagavad Gita is the undergraduate study and Bhagavatam is a postgraduate study. So try to read as much as you can. At least half an hour every day, Srila Prabhupada's book will change your life. So for the glorification of the most confidential knowledge, it says that it's Rajavidya because it's the king of knowledge and it's the essence of all doctrines and philosophies explained before. So how many years before Bhagavad Gita was explained by Krishna to Arjuna? Put in the chat. How many years before? So many years before, still we are discussing Bhagavad Gita. Why? It's never destroyed because it's not different from Krishna. No, I'm asking by Krishna to Arjuna. Yeah, 5,000 years plus. So that's 120 million years is by Krishna to the sun god Vivaswan. Right? To Vivaswan, he told 120 million years, but Krishna told to Arjuna 5,000 years ago because Dwapara Yuga just ended and Kali Yuga started. Okay, so that is Rajavidya, king of knowledge, and Rajguhyam, it's the most confidential. Whom do we tell our secrets to? Someone very close to us, right? And Krishna is telling to Arjuna. Through Arjuna, he's actually telling us. Someone said Bhagavad Gita is only for Arjuna. No, Arjuna is the eternal associate of Lord. He's Vishaka Sakhi from Gologa. Why should he? Krishna's Yogamaya just covered Arjuna so that Bhagavad Gita could be spoken for fallen conditioned souls like us. So he talks about the eternal activities of the soul and gives positive information. Okay, so this slide is a little bit very important. All our sinful reactions get crushed when you do devotional service. So purifying potency of devotional service is very strong. Pavitram idamuttamam pratyakshavagaman dharmyam susugam kartumami. It's very easy to perform, right? And it's purest of all activities. So just concentrate on this chart. This is from Nectar of Devotion. We are avidya, we have ignorance. Okay, that's why we do sin. We have this desire to have sin. We have this desire to do the sin because we are in ignorance or avidya. Okay, so first circle, that's avidya or ignorance. Because of ignorance, we have this sinful desire in us. Just for example, like I'm a robber and I want to become rich very soon. So I have this desire to become rich, have a lot of money. So that's a bija. Bija means like a seed. So the sinful desire is like a seed in my heart. Okay, because of avidya or ignorance, I have this desire. And now what will happen? Because I'm thinking about becoming rich, I want to steal something. So I rob a bank or something. So I do pap. That is sinful actions. Now, after I rob the bank, what will happen? There is aprarabdha stage or unmanifested reaction where I'm not caught by the police. Like I masked all the cameras or something, and then I'm not caught. So because of avidya, you have the sinful desire in your heart, bija, and because you're overthinking over and over, we think about it and we do the sin. That is papam. Once we do the sin, there is aprarabdha stage, which is unmanifested reaction. The reaction of the action doesn't come. Like I've robbed the bank, but the police didn't arrest me. Because of that, I'll become overconfident and I'll feel like doing the sin again and again. I feel like robbing another bank. That's called kutam or sinful disposition. So this cycle will keep on happening. Now, as I'm robbing the bank, one day police will catch me and I will suffer. That's the prarabdha stage or manifest reaction, that I'll get the reaction back. And then what will happen? Klesha, I'm suffering. So this is the cycle of suffering. Understood? We all are suffering because of this. All of us are suffering in this material world because of ignorance or avidya. We don't know what is right and wrong. We have sinful desire in us as bija. We do the papam or sinful action, and there's an aprarabdha stage, which is unmanifested reaction. We didn't suffer the reaction. Then because of that repeated sinful reactions, then we feel like doing the sin again and again. That's kutam. And this cycle repeats. And in between, we'll suffer. This prarabdha stage can come either in this life or next life. Like I've done a sin, I may not suffer in this life. That's why we might think why good things are happening to bad, or why bad things are happening to good people. No, we might feel that's the reaction coming from his past janma. He would have done something bad in his previous life. So we can't stop it. Who are we to stop the law of karma? So this is how the cycle of appearance of desire and its reaction comes. Hope this is clear. Now, where should I cut the cycle? And how can I cut this cycle? At which stage? Can someone say which stage can I cut the cycle? Bija. Okay. Okay. Ketaki Mataji says bija. Anyone else? Anybody else have another? Yes, Deval Prabhu.
Avidya.
Yeah, it's in avidya. Yeah. Ketaki Mataji, why should we go to the bija? Why should we have the desire first of all? Cut it in the ignorance itself, no? Cut it with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, knowledge of Bhagavatam and Shastra, saying that, give transcendent knowledge, saying that what is right, what is not. Don't have the desire, because once you have bija, then definitely fructify one day or the other, how much ever you try to extinguish it. So better to avoid it at ignorance level. Don't have this ignorance. That's why the guru is Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. Ajnana, we are all born out of darkness of ignorance, or we have cataract in our eyes. We can't know, we don't know what is right and wrong. So by the guru and the Shastras, we come to know what is right and wrong. And so we should cut it here itself. Okay, so that's better. So simple reaction of these 4 stages. So it's like a growth of a tree from a seed, have different stages. Like the germination have different seeds. You do a sin this janma, you might suffer it in this janma itself, or you can suffer in the next janma, or 100 janmas, 1000 janmas. Okay, now we don't know what we have done bad in our previous life. Only Krishna knows. So he gives it the karma back, reaction back accordingly we deserve. But then devotional service can do wonders. It can uproot your sinful reactions. So Pavitramidam Uttamam, it's Pavitram, it will purify all your sinful reactions, devotional service, and it's Uttamam, it's beyond material activities. Okay, so it is said, it's Pratiksha Vakavam Dharmyam, it's a perfection of knowledge. Susukam Kartamavyam, it's very blissful to perform and eternally everlasting. Anybody can chant Hare Krishna, right? Even small children can participate in the Harinam Sankirtan. So it is very easy to perform, simple to perform. Yes, Amrita, are you there?
Yes,
Chant?
Mataji.
Yeah, chant.
Ashraddhadana Purusha Dharmasya Asya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vartmana.
Those who are not faithful on the path of devotional service cannot attain me, O conqueror of foes, but return to the birth and death in this material world. So we should be faithful. Okay, so faith is Shraddha. Ashraddha means no faith. So there are 9 stages of devotional service. Anybody knows? Not 9 types. 9 types of devotional services, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. 9 stages of devotional service. Stages. Where do you start with?
I just remember few, maybe faith,
Yeah.
confidence,
Faith.
confidence.
Yeah, then
These two I remember.
faith is good. Yes, Shraddha. Shraddha is the beginning. What else?
And confidence is there.
Okay. Yeah, Nandita Mataji knows. Who okay, Nandita Mataji, you know all the 9?
Sorry,
Try.
Mataji, not all in the order.
That's okay, you try.
Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya,
Huh?
Anartha Nivritti is last,
No.
Next.
Fourth is Anartha Nivritti.
Anartha Nivritti.
Hmm.
Sorry, Mataji, I forgot.
Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi,
Nishtha, Ruchi,
Asakti, Bhava, Prema. Okay.
Asakti, Bhava.
Oh, Amrita, you knew it. Okay. So yeah, so these are the stages of devotional service. Okay, 9 stages. Don't worry, you can learn it in level 3 because that's a nectar of devotion. Shraddha means faith. It's easy to remember. Just think like this. Shraddha. First, you should have faith in Krishna, in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Otherwise, how will you start devotional service? Shraddha is faith. Once you have faith, you should have sadhu sangha. You should have association of devotees. Right? Otherwise, see, you came to Bhagavad Gita class, you met Namanishta Prabhu, all your Shiksha Gurus, and then you associated with devotees. That's how you came to know something about devotional service. First is Shraddha, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya. Once you meet the devotees, what will you do? Start chanting, Bhajana. Now you'll start chanting and hearing about the Lord. Then when you keep chanting, what will happen? Anartha Nivritti. All your anarthas, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya will be destroyed from your heart. Slowly. It's a slow process, but it will start happening. So Ada Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti. So as you keep chanting, what will happen? Nishtha. Nama Nishtha Prabhu. That means he has so much of faith, or he's fixed in devotional service, or he have so much of affinity towards Nama, and the Harinam. So that's why his name is Nama Nishtha Prabhu. So Nishtha is the 5th stage where you get fixed in chanting. Then once you get that fixed, then you start tasting the nectar of devotional service. Nectar, that is Ruji. Once you have the Ruji, then Asakti. You can't live without chanting. If you don't chant today, you won't feel like sleeping. That's the stage. Okay. Then you have, so Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Anishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. Bhava and Prema is the highest stage where you have a lot of mellows with the Lord. There are Bhava, different rasas with the Lord, 5 primary rasas and 7 secondary rasas. Then you have Prema, the love of Godhead. So Shraddha is very important. Faith. If you don't have faith in what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, then you can't do anything, right? We should be faithful to the path of devotional service. Just by chanting Hare Krishna, can I go back to Godhead? If you start doubting, then the Harinam won't work on you. If you start doubting the medicines, it won't work on you. Now there's something called a placebo therapy. Anyone knows what's a placebo therapy? Oh, Shruti Kirti Mataji, you're a medical doctor or you're a PhD?
Yeah, Mataji, placebo is means someone takes the medicine and he thinks that I'm getting benefit out of it. Mostly
does he take the real medicine? He takes a fake.
No, it's a fake medicine, and normal water or something is there. It's not harmful, but it gives a feeling that I'm recovering, and mostly in homeopathy they say it is placebo. I don't know whether it is
even
true.
in everywhere, like we try. Yes, Mataji. Shruti Mataji. Want to add something?
Yeah, can you hear me, Mataji?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a placebo effect is like a patient. It's during a clinical trial studies. So, for example, for a headache, okay. So you have a real the patented drug. So they give you the paracetamol, and the same patient, the other patient will be given a pill which is filled with water.
Yes.
But the outside the covering would be the same. So then they would placebo effect is that. So mentally they think that the tablet what they're taking is a real drug, but psychologically, the drug would help them to heal.
Yes. So that means they had so much faith in the doctor, they had so much faith in the drug, but even though that's not the real drug, it worked on them. How? That's the psychological effect, no? So especially when someone have a functional disease, like someone who's in a psychiatric field. I mean, normally we try like that. So that's a nice example. Okay. Yeah, Amrita, chant.
Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina matsani sarva bhutani nachaham tesvavastitah.
Okay, so Lord says, by me in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I'm not in them. So can someone explain this? Why Krishna is saying all beings are in Krishna, but he is not in them? Everyone should participate. Only some are just unmuting. Why? Why Krishna is saying all beings are in Krishna, but he is not in them? I mean, it's so contradictory, no? Why Krishna has to say this?
Should I, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, actually, Krishna says this, like I have read this chapter and I found that like a king is the whole of all in all of a kingdom.
Yeah.
But he cannot go into every department and work in each and every department.
Very good.
So
yes.
In the same manner, the Lord is in unmanifested form. This in entire universe is pervaded, but all beings are in him, but he is not everywhere.
Yeah, that's his energies are sent, right? Yeah, the energies are in different ways. So he himself is not there. Okay, his energies are there. And one more thing is, Krishna is in our heart as Paramatma, but he's aloof. He doesn't have to suffer the reactions of our karma. Okay, whatever we do, we have to suffer or enjoy. But Krishna is a witness. He's aloof from all, and he doesn't have any karma, or he is aloof. Okay, that is also one thing. And yes, by his energy, he is pervading everywhere. And yet, everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, still myself is the very source of creation. Like you've seen a spider, it makes the cobweb, and it maintains it and it destroys it. Similarly, the Lord creates, maintains, and destroys by his own will. So as the mighty wind blowing everywhere, always rest in the ethereal space, know that in the same manner, all the beings rest in me. Right? In the 7th chapter, Krishna says, Matta paradanam nani kinjita sthidananjaya mai sarvavidam protam sutre manigana iva. Like the thread in a pearl necklace. No, the Lord is holding the whole universe there. But then we are not able to see the thread. Similarly, we are not able to see the Lord who is behind the whole creation. Okay, so here living entity do not rest upon Krishna. Why? Yoga Maishwaram. He's inconceivable. Krishna's energy, potency, pastimes, everything is inconceivable. He's achintya. We can't even think about his mystic opulences of the Lord. Now, when Narad Muni went to Dwaraka, there were 16,108 palaces, and Krishna was there in each and every palace. One palace with Satyabhama, one with Rukmini. How is it possible? And when Uttara went and prayed to Krishna to protect her baby, Parikshit Maharaj, from the Brahmastra of Ashwathama, then at the same time, Krishna was talking to Kunti Maharani. At the same time, Krishna became the size of a thumb and entered the womb of Uttara and saved the baby. I mean, how is that possible? It's inconceivable. We can't even think about the Lord's energies and opulences. So better we forget trying it. I mean, don't try to do it. As Krishna reveals to you, you can't order Krishna. Krishna, just come in front of me. I want to see you. Or Krishna revealed everything to me. No, when he's pleased with your devotional service, he'll start revealing to you. Or when you serve a spiritual master, through the spiritual master, you'll start understanding the Lord. So everything that is created does not rest in Krishna, and implies that everything rests in him. Still, he is aloof. Okay, aloof means he's free. He's not directly concerned with the maintenance. Okay, like the Atlas who's tried of holding a globe. So that it is resting, but Krishna is not depending on it. He's aloof. That is inconceivable opulences of the Lord. And Avyayam, he's eternally everlasting. Then he says, O son of Kunti, at the end of millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. Krishna again and again creates, again and again destroys. Everything is under his control. Not a blade of grass moves without Krishna's sanction. The whole cosmic order is under me. By my will, it is manifested again and again, and by my will, it is annihilated at the end. Everything is because of Krishna's sweet will. Prabhupada says, the Lord appears according to his sweet will. We can't force the Lord for anything. Oh, Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I'm ever detached, seated as though neutral. Who's Dhananjaya? Put in the chat. And why he is called so. Yes, Amrita, chant.
Mayadhyakshena prakritihi suyate acharam
हेतुमानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते.
Yeah, Dhananjaya is Arjuna, right? Someone who have won over the wealth. This material nature is working under his direction. Maya Dakshina Prakriti Suyase Characharam. So it is working under Krishna's direction, O son of Kunti. And it is producing all moving and unmoving beings. By its rule, this manifestation is created, annihilated again and again. So according to Krishna's direction, the three modes of material natures are acting, but they are acting under the direction of the Supreme Lord. Okay, he is the boss there. Okay, yeah, he helped. Nice. Yeah, Yajna, the Yudhishthir Maharaj, right? So, yeah, so Arjuna is Dhananjaya. Yeah, now we'll see why the fools deride Krishna. Yes, Amrita.
Avajanantu mamoda manushim dhanumashritam taram bhavamajanantu mamabhuta maheshwaram.
So Krishna says, fools deride me when I descend in the human form. Avajananti ma muda manishim tanamashridam. So the mudas, the fools. So sometimes someone said, why Prabhupada is using these words? When you hear Prabhupada's lecture, he says, these fools and rascals. And everyone's like, why Prabhupada is so rude? Prabhupada is not rude. He's just translating what is given in the Shastra. Muda means fools. So he has to use the right word, fools. So fools deride me when I descend in the human form. When the Lord appears as Krishna, Lord Ram, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, people deride because they think, Arey, he's also like a human, and they don't believe the Lord's pastimes. They do not know his transcendental nature and his supreme dominion over that, may all that be. So Krishna, even though he appears in the human form, he's transcendental. He's not like us. He didn't take birth like us. He appeared in the heart of Vasudeva. He got transferred to the heart of Devaki, and then he came out from the heart. We are not born like that. So Krishna is transcendental. He came in this Chatur Bhuja form, Shankha Chakra Gadavatma. Immediately he became a small baby. So this is all transcendental. And when, what was the age of Krishna when the Kurukshetra war was happening? How old was he?
70 years, Mataji.
No, that's a good guess. No. Yeah.
85.
No. Oh, I'm getting so many answers. Yeah, Dhanashri Mataji got it right. And someone else, Nandita Mataji got it right. Others all got it wrong. He was 125 years. 125. But did you see any white hairs on Krishna's head? No. He's transcendental, right? So it was 125 years Krishna did his transcendental pastimes, but then he's Nava Yavvanamcha. Advaidam Achidam Anadim Anandarubam Adim Purana Purusham Nava Yavvanamcha. He's always young, and his pastimes are also fresh and always very new. So Krishna's transcendental body, there's no birth, death, old age, and disease for Krishna. Right, he's above the three modes. But then we sometimes drag Krishna to our level, and sometimes we say at the age of 7, Krishna lifted Govardhan hill. How can a boy at 7-year-old do that? We compare Lord with our power. Who are we to do that? We should not drag Lord towards our level. He is the supreme personality. He's not just a human being like us, right? So we should never underestimate Lord's pastimes. So understanding the three terms, we'll see that Jananti, Avajananti, Mamuda, Manishim Tanamashritam. Jananti means understanding, knowing about Lord Krishna in truth, leading to liberation. So we should understand Krishna in Tattva. Then Ajananti means ignorance of Lord Krishna. We'll continue in the cycle of birth and death. No, it keeps happening. Krishna says, no, Janma Karma cha Medivyam Evam Yoveti Tattvada Tekta Deham Punarjanma. Naidi Mamedi. So Arjuna, 4th chapter, 9th sloka, Krishna says, if you know the appearance and activities of Lord, there's no punarjanma. So ignorance of Krishna's activities lead us to take birth again and again. Avajanandi means misunderstanding about Krishna. That will lead to increase the bondage of us, and there's greater suffering for us. Okay, so we should never misunderstand Lord's pastime. We should always know Lord in truth. Then there is liberation. Yes, Amrita. Those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demonic and atheistic views. In that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. So sometimes they have demonic and atheistic view, they'll never get liberated. The demons and the asuras, they'll never get liberated, because what are they trying to do? Now, what are they trying to do? They are proving there is no God. But who is supplying them everything? It's the Lord who is supplying them everything, but still they don't realize the Lord. Okay, so the fate of Duratmas, what will happen? Who is this in the picture? Who's made to sit in the fire, and who is this? So fate of those who out of bewilderment disrespect Krishna's form, they are attracted by demonic and atheistic views, and hope for liberation is defeated for them. They'll never get liberated. Like, who is this? Yeah, Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj. Yes. So Hiranyakashipu never believed in the Lord, or he always saw Vishnu as his enemy. He's Jaya Vijaya. Still, that's just a pastime. But then Prahlad Maharaj had so much faith in the Lord that even though he was tested so many ways, he was never defeated. Okay. Yes. Yes, Amrita.
महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृति आश्रितः भजन्त्यनन्यमनसो ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम्.
Amrita, just check your mic. It's so much sound is coming. Might be you hold it little far, okay? O son of Pritha, Pritha is Kunti Devi, okay? Those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. Mahatmanastu Mampartha, Devim Pragriti Mashritam. They are under the protection of the divine nature. Thus, they are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality Godhead, original and inexhaustible, right? So who is this in the picture? Who brought, Krishna brought milk for someone? A great devotee. Might be in level 1 we discussed. No one remember? Gopal Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra, it's not Veda, Madhavendra Puri. Okay. Madhavendra Puri is the guru of? No idea. He's the guru of Ishvara Puri. Who is the guru of? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is the grand guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So yes, Madhavendra Puri, pot of milk was taken by Gopal, who was Krishna himself, and then gave it to him. So why? Krishna is taking care of his devotees, right? Because they are under his protection. Yes, Amrita.
Satatam kirtayanto mam yadantascha dridhavrataah namasyantascha mam bhaktya Nityayukta upasate.
Yeah, now your voice is better. Always chanting my glories. Sadatam kirtayandoma. Endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. Namasyandascha. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. So this is what later on Krishna says, Manmana abhav bhakta. So we should always chant the glories of holy name, and then, or by chanting, or we should bow down to the Lord. Patiyajinam Namaskuru, and then we should worship the Lord. So when you get up in the early morning, then might be before going for work or something, you can bow down to the Lord. And night when you're about to sleep, you can again bow down to the Lord once. When you bow down, what happens? Our head weight, ahankar, and we feel that everything, that pride will just get destroyed. We just surrendering to the Lord by bowing down. So just by bowing down, you'll get a lot of glories to the Lord. So here it says we should always chant the glories of the Lord, and we should endeavor with determination, right? Bowing down before the Lord, great souls have worship. So these are the external activities of a Mahatma. Satatam Kirtayanda, they always chant the glories of the holy name. Yadantascha Dridhavrita, with determination, like Prahlad Maharaj, and also Namasyandascha Mam, like Bhaktya, they pay obeisances like Arjuna, and also Nityayukta Upasade, they always worship like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. So this is how Mahatma should do. Yes, Amrita.
Jnanam nyayam cha chapyenye yajanto mamupasate ekatvena pritatvena bahuda visvato mukham.
So others who engage in sacrifice by cultivation of knowledge worship the Supreme Lord as the one without a second, as diverse in many and in the universal form. So those who are jnanis, okay, jnana yatnena. So jnanis, they worship the Supreme Lord in diversity and all the universal form. But universal form is not the eternal form of the Lord. We'll see in the universal chapter, right? The two-handed form, Krishna form, is the eternal form. Yes.
Aham katuraham yajnaha swadama aham cha ausadam mantroham ahamevajyam aham agnir aham hutam.
Okay, aham means me. Okay, so Krishna is saying that, but it is I who am the ritual, I'm the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestors, the healing herb, the transcendental chant, and I'm butter and the fire and the offering. Okay, aham yajna, aham mantro. So he is yajnanam jabayajñosmi. So when we do some yajna, any sacrifice, we should give it to the Lord. Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu Om Tat Sat. So that's why we should chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is the sacrifice of yajna in Kali Yuga. Yatne Sangirtana Praye Jandihi Sumedasa, or Kalor Tat Hari Kirtanam. So we should do the Hari Kirtana, chanting the holy name. And I request all of you to join Mangalaradi if you can, 4:30 a.m. In ISKCON Mangalore. And after that, all the devotees sit and chant, which will always encourage you to get up early and chant in the association of devotees. And that's how you can do better rounds of chanting. Yes.
पिताहमस्य जगतो माता दाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारं रक्षामयजुरेव च.
So Pitaham, so he is the father of the universe. Krishna says Aham Bija Pratapita. He is the mother, Mada Data Pitamaha, is the support and the grandsire. He is the object of knowledge, purify, and the syllable Om, Pranava Sarva Vedeshu. He is a Rig, Sama, Yajurveda. So he is all the Vedas, Vedesha Sarve Rahame Vedyam, and everything emanates from the Lord. Why is Krishna repeatedly saying this again and again? This is Bhakti Yoga, the first middle 6 chapters, so that we have so much confidence in the Lord. We get fixed in devotional service and we do his devotional service with so much of sincerity. So we should not fall down. So Krishna also says he's the goal, he's the sustainer and master, he's a witness, abode and refuge, and the most dear friend. Suhritam Sarva Bhutana. And he is the creation and annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place and the eternal seed. Okay, and oh Arjuna, I control heat, the rain and the drought, and I am immortality, and I'm also death personified, Yamaraj. Both being and non-being are in me. So he's Kala Kalosmi. Krishna is the eternal time. So everything depends on the Lord. So our only way back to Godhead is to surrender to the Lord with our heart, mind, and soul. Okay, so those who study Vedas, they drink the Soma juice and they go to the heavenly planets. They worship the Lord indirectly. They take birth on the planet of Indra, that is in heavenly planets, where they enjoy godly delights. But what is the use of taking birth in heavenly planets? Shine Punye Matyalogam Vishandi. Even if you go to heavenly planets, even to Brahma's world, Brahma Bhuvanarloga, Punarravartin Arjuna, you have to take rebirth again and again. So again, I was reading. Prabhupada writes, one of the purport, like the astronauts, the modern astronauts or the aeroplanes, when they go, once the fuel is done, I mean, when it's exhausted or when it's over, they have to come down. Like, or you launch, you just try to go somewhere outer space, but once the fuel is over, they have to come down. They can't rest anywhere. They have to land. Like the airplane takes off, but it has to land in another country. It can't stay in the air for a long time. So similarly, we can't stay in heavenly planets for a long time. Once our punya is over, our visa is over, we have to come down. So that's what is the use of going this heavenly planets, no? But we should go to Mama Vite to Kaundeya Punarjanma Navityate. If you go to Krishna's world, Mama Punarjanma. So just accumulating punya, just not doing devotional service, it's not the right thing for us. So it's like going down and going up. So when they have thus enjoyed heavenly sense pleasure, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, through the Vedic principles, they achieve only flickering happiness. This is called Chapala Sukha, flickering happiness. Means there is happiness, again distress, again happiness, again distress. So no use of going to heavenly planets. We should try to go to the spiritual world, because heavenly planets also is in the material world, right? So here the Lord says about Karma Kanda, worshipping the demigod worship in 20-21 slokas. They perform yajna and they get swarga, and when they acquire enough credits of punya, they go to the demigod planets and enjoy lots of pleasure. Yandi deva yada deva pidriyandi pitrivata. If you worship demigods, you go to their planets, right? So Chapala Sukha is nothing but flickering happiness, means it's just temporary. It keeps coming. The happiness comes and goes, comes and goes. So that's why that is in this material world. But if we want eternal happiness, we should go back to Krishna. This is a very important sloka. You should memorize this. Yes, Amrita.
Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham.
Yeah, so those who worship the Lord with devotion, meditating on the transcendental form, to them. I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. So Krishna will preserve what we have and carry what we lack. So ananyas chintayanto mam ye jano paripasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamiham. So one of the insurance company have adopted this, saying that we'll take care of, but they are not the one who actually takes care. It's actually the Lord who protects all of us. Now, ego bahunam yovidadadikam, and the Lord is the one who gives everyone and takes everything. So we should know it's Him who's doing it. Yes. Then talks about demigod worship.
एप्यन्य देवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्य विधिपूर्वकम्.
So they do avidhi purvakam. So whatever a man may sacrifice to other gods, oh son of Kunti, is really meant for me alone, but it is offered without true understanding. So now, even if we worship the demigods, they have to get sanction from the Supreme Lord Krishna to give us something, to sanction us something. So indirectly, Krishna says they are worshipping me alone, right? Me only, but in a in a different way. Yes, Krishna here says. Amrita?
Yes, Mataji. Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhurev cha na tu mam abhijanati tatvena tascha vantite.
So he is the enjoyer, he is the master of all sacrifice. Bhoktaram ecchadavasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. So any yajna, anything that is done, it has to be offered to the Lord. Yes, here he says. Yes. Amrita, can you fast?
Yanti devavrata devan pitrun yanti pitrvrataah bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhyajinopima.
Yanti deva vrita deva. If you worship demigods, we'll take birth among demigods. Pidri yanti pidrivrata. If you worship them, the ancestors, you go to them. Bhutayanti yanti bhutejya. If you worship the ghosts and spirits, you go to their world. Yanti madhyajinopimam. If you worship Lord Krishna, then you will live with the Lord. So we can decide where we want to go. So that's why worshipping Krishna is very important. This is another important sloga of this chapter. You should definitely memorize this.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktyu prahrutam ashnami prayatatmanah.
Okay, so put in the chat which word repeats twice in this sloka. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, flower, fruit, or water, I will accept it. So Krishna says patram, which is the leaf favorite to Krishna? Tulsi. Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. So which word repeats twice? Bhakti. Why? That's very important. You have to add bhakti, love and devotion. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahridam asnami prayadatmanaha. So the purport Prabhupada says bhakti is repeated twice in the sloka. Why? Because Krishna gives emphasis on bhakti. Krishna doesn't see what you have offered. Oh, fruit juice or biryani or whatever it is. Krishna doesn't care what you offer. He's bhavagrahi janardana. He sees your bhav. He takes your bhav. Right? He doesn't want all these offerings. That's the mercy which we get, that Krishna gives it as prasad. But then bhaktyam, bhakti is the very important factor, that you should not forget to add love and devotion in whatever we are offering to Krishna. This is also another sloka to memorize. Yes.
Yat karosi yadasnasi yat juhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurusva madarpanam.
So, O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer, give away, as well as all austerities that you perform, should be done as an offering to me. Madarpanam. Yat karoshi yadasnasi yat juhoshi tatasi yat tapasyasta kaunteya. Whatever you're doing, we should offer to the Lord and do. At least in the mind. No, just offer to the Krishna. Saram Krishna Arpanamastu. No reaction will come to you. No, then you will be free from the cycle of birth and death. So first Krishna says, Patram pushpam phalamto yam yome bhaktya prayachiti tadaham bhakti upahridam asnami prayadatmanaha. Asnami means I accept it. So someone asked Prabhupada, you're putting the curtain, you're ringing the bell, you're offering, you think Krishna will eat it? Yes, Krishna says asnami. Just try to take the word-to-word meaning. Prabhupada is the only one who have given word-to-word meaning. It's for us. So when you say asnami, it is I accept. Krishna, the Supreme Personality, is saying he accepts. Then why should we not believe it? Krishna will accept, but it should be offered with love and devotion. So Krishna accepted poha, chipped rice from Sudama. Krishna accepted a flower from Gajendra. He accepted the peel of banana from Vidura's wife, Vidurani. And then Lord Ram accepted the bitten fruit from Shabari. Why? Because it's offered with love and devotion, right? But then Duryodhana had a feast, and then Krishna didn't accept it because it was not with love. So if we want Krishna to accept something, it should be with love. And whatever we act, it should be an offering to Krishna. The following act as an offering to Krishna. So whatever we offer, always put tulsi when you offer, because Krishna don't accept without tulsi. And whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, whatever austerities you perform, do as an offering to Krishna. That's called Nishkama Karma Yoga. Yeah? You are not attached to the fruit of the results. And what is the difference of offering of pure devotees and us? Quality of devotions, quality of reciprocation, right? In proportion to our devotion, Krishna will reciprocate. Ye yada mam prabatyante tam tadaiva pachameham, right? So how we approach Krishna, Krishna will approach in the same way. Okay. So that's very important. Whatever we eat, we should offer to the Lord. Now here Krishna says he is our best friend. Yes.
Samoham sarva bhuteshu na me dveshosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya.
Krishna says he envy no one and he's not partial to anyone. He's equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, he is in me, and I'm also a friend to him. So everyone is equal to Krishna. But why Krishna takes special care of his devotees? Can someone unmute and say? Why Krishna says he's not partial, but then he says he is partial to his devotees. No? Why Krishna is doing that? Samoham sarva bhudeshu name dveshena stina priya. He's not envy to anyone. He's not partial, like a high court judge. He is giving death sentence to someone. He is giving freeing someone. Judge is not affected by anything. He's not attached to anyone. But here Krishna says, Ye bachanti tomam bhaktya mai te teshishabhya. Yeah, you can unmute or you can put in the chat.
Mataji, Krishna's devotees are very dear to him.
Why? That's my question. Yeah, he's Bhakta Valsala. I understand. Why? Neha Mataji, you want to try?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm right, but devotees don't have any greed for anything.
Yeah, so they have unconditional love towards Krishna, and he does devotional service. That's fine. Yes, and they are dear to Krishna, as Mataji said.
They have unconditional love towards Krishna.
Yeah, they have unconditional love towards Krishna. They depend on Krishna. They have so much dependence on Krishna. Like, for example, I'll tell you. There are two kids in the house, okay? You're your mother or father, and then you have two kids. One kid is very small, and that kid always says, Mama, Mama, Dada, Dada, I want that, I want this. Come here, I want this. I mean, I don't know how to wear this dress. And he keeps on calling you. But the elder son, he is kind of in the 10th standard or something, and he's self-sufficient. He takes care of his food and things, everything. You cook and keep, but he comes and eats. He doesn't bother you so much. To whom your attention will go more? To the younger one. Because you know that younger one is so much dependent on you, and the elder one is independent, right? Yeah, so you love both of them because you're a father, your parent. Definitely, you love both the children, right? So that similarly, Krishna loves devotees and non-devotees, but the devotees are always crying for him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We are calling out for the Lord. So definitely, Krishna's attention will fall more on that. As the mother's attention goes on the younger child, similarly, Krishna's attention goes more onto the devotees, right? Yeah, they surrender to Krishna. Mataji, yeah, that's why, because we are completely dependent on Krishna. Krishna takes special care because we are chanting his holy name. That's why chanting is very important. Yeah, there is always transcendental reciprocation between Krishna and his devotees. So that's why it is said we should always chant the Lord's holy name. When you keep chanting, Krishna will see. Like a mother will be always thinking about the child who always call her. But the other child, even though she loves, she takes care of him, but then she knows he's independent. So only if you call to the Lord, chant the holy name, Krishna will take special care that you become special devotee to the Lord. And offering Patra Pushpam Phalam Toyam, example Prabhupada gives that you have a chocolate and you have 2 chocolates. One you give to the elder son, one to the younger one. Elder son took the chocolate, went to his room and start eating. The younger one, he opens the chocolate and before eating, takes a piece and put it in your mouth. You don't want the chocolate. The father doesn't want the chocolate. The father got the chocolate, but he's not. But there's a loving exchange. The younger one breaks the chocolate and keeps it in the father's mouth. How much love and affection will the father feel? Even though the father doesn't want the chocolate. But the elder one, just similarly, when you offer to Krishna and takes the prasad food, Krishna is more pleased, okay, more happy, and you get benefit. Okay. Amrita.
Bhajate mamananya bhag sadureva samantavyah samyak vyavasito hi saha.
So even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated. Who are these two? You can put in the chat. Who are these two? What is happening here? I mean, just put who are they. So you are doing devotional service, but sometimes some mistake happened from you. It doesn't bother. Yeah, Jagai Madai. Yeah, so they started hitting Nityananda Prabhu, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reached here with the Sudarshan Chakra and wanted to save them. Nityananda Prabhu's Balram, Rajendra Nandan hoye Sachi Sudha hoyle sai Balram hoyle Nitai. But then why is he bleeding? Nityananda Prabhu is Balram, and Balram is the first expansion of Krishna, his transcendental body. You can unmute. Why is I ask some such weird questions, no? Why is Nityananda Prabhu bleeding? I mean, he's transcendental. His body is transcendental, not like us. Yes, Amrita, you want to try?
Because the avatar of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to get devotees into Lord's service, not to curse them or not to kill them.
That you are telling the answer why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't take the Sudarshan Chakra. That is fine. Did I explain it already? But nobody knows. Yes, Deval Prabhu.
Mataji, to maybe deliver the fallen souls. That's why they took this incarnation as in the material body.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah. So what happened is there's no way Jagai Mata is going to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? They are so fallen and they are drunkards. So Nityananda Prabhu had a transcendental pastime. Even though his body is transcendental, he made the blood come so that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can come to that scene. Jagai Madai will never go to Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but Lord had to come. So Nityananda Prabhu is the Guru Tattva. He's Adi Guru. He represents Guru. So when a Guru comes to your life, then Krishna will definitely come. And in order to bring Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to that scene, in order to deliver this fallen conditioned souls, as Mataji said, in order to bring Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there, some situation should happen so that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could come. So every devotees, once they saw that Madai was hitting Nityananda Prabhu and he was bleeding, they all went and informed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is happening to Nitai. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got so angry, he rushed to the scene immediately. Immediately Krishna came there and tried to take Sudarshan Chakra. But then Nityananda Prabhu stopped and said, no, this avatar, you're not taking any weapon. Your weapon is Sankirtan. Give them Harinam, and then delivered them. So this bleeding was a transcendental pastime just to bring Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the scene to give them mercy. There's no way they are going to Krishna. So Krishna had to come. So Balram did this Leela. Okay. So it said, Abhichetsu Duracharo Bachante Mamananyabak Sadureva Samandhavya Samyak Vyavasido Hisa. Even they have done such abominable action, they should be considered saintly if they are fixed in devotional service. Yes, Amrita.
Kshipram bhavati dharmatma swachchantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktah pranashyati.
Yeah, here I want to ask one question. Why is Krishna saying, Arjuna, you declare that my devotees will never perish? Krishna could have declared. He quickly become righteous and attain lasting peace. O son of Kundi, declare it boldly that my devotees will never perish. Kaunteya pradijanehi. Krishna says, Arjuna, you declare my devotees will never perish. Why Krishna is doing this? Krishna could have told. Why Krishna is telling Arjuna, you declare? Any idea? Why is Krishna saying this? Kaunteya. Kaunteya means, O son of Kunti, you declare that my devotees will never perish. Sorry.
Because Arjuna is his true devotee.
So,
as a devotee, he can confirm that being a devotee, he can never be perished.
Yeah, in order to prove his devotees' words true. See, which is the Leela happening here? That Narasimhadev came and killed Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad was saved, right? Why did Lord come in the Narasimha form? Yeah, to prove the devotees' words right. Nija Britya Bhashitam. Why did the Lord come in Narasimha form? Because he has to prove Brahma's words true. Brahma said, no animal or human will kill. So Krishna came in, Narahari, half man, half lion. No weapon can be used to kill. So he killed with his nails. No, should not be killed in day or night. So he killed in the evening. Should not be killed in the sky or earth. Killed on the lap. Should not be killed inside the house, outside the house, killed on the corridor. Why did the Lord come in this particular form of Narasimhadev? To prove the words of Brahma, his devotee, true. Similarly, there were a lot of thousands of pillars in that room, but Krishna came in that particular pillar which Prahlad pointed out. Why? To prove Prahlad's words true. Nija Pritya Bhashitam. Krishna will break his promise, but Krishna will never break the promise of his devotee. Any instance where Krishna broke his promise? In the Kurukshetra war, Krishna broke his promise.
On
Bhishma Pitama.
Yes,
Bhishma.
very nice. Very nice. So Krishna said that he'll never take a weapon, but then when Bhishma attacked Arjuna, he took the chakra. That's why he got the name Chakrapani, and then he went and barged at Bhishma. So Krishna's words could go wrong, but Krishna never makes his devotees' words go wrong. Krishna didn't want to break the promise, but Krishna did it to glorify Bhishma, because Bhishma had. Okay, I'll discuss that pastime towards the end of the class. Please remind me. It's very beautiful pastime. Okay, so here Krishna says, even if a devotee is imperfectly situated, he is saintly. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat chandim nigachati kaundeya pradijanehi name bhakta pranashyati. So why Krishna considered imperfect devotees as saintly? Because they are properly situated. Like when Indra created a lot of rainfall in Vrindavan, and Krishna had to lift Govardhan hill. Later on, Indra came and asked for forgiveness. So Krishna accepted it. Like Brahma Vimohan Leela, when Brahma kidnapped all the cowherd boys and calves, and then he went and asked forgiveness. Krishna forgave, because they both are devotees. Indra and Brahma are devotees of the Lord. So Krishna forgives you if you have even done some small sinful activities, and he quickly become righteous and attain lasting peace. Yes, Amrita.
Mam hi partavya episyo papayonayaha srito Shriyo Vaisya tata Shudra tepi yanti param gatim.
O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they are of low birth, women, Vaishyas, Shudras, can attain the supreme destination. So anyone can attain the destination of the Lord if they surrender. Now this is the most confidential knowledge of the chapter, and the last sloka of the chapter. You should memorize this sloka. So much it will help you. Why we try to memorize the slokas? It's not to be scholarly, so that you remember these words when we are in difficulty. No? Yes, Amrita.
Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvaivam atmanam matparayanaha.
The same sloka repeats in the 18th chapter also. The first two lines repeats. Why Krishna says 4 things. Manmana, engage your mind always thinking of the Lord. Matpakto, become his devotees. Madhyaji, worship him. And Mam Namaskuru, offer obeisances to Lord. When being completely absorbed in the Lord, surely you will come back to Lord. So Manmana, how can we think of Krishna in this Kali Yuga? Chanting the holy name. Matpakto, how do you become devotees of Krishna? By offering Patram Pushpam Phalam Toya to the Lord. Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru, worship Krishna and pay obeisances. 4 things every day. Just think, did you do that? Did you chant the holy name of Krishna today? Did you offer some Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam to Krishna? Any one of it? Did you worship Krishna? And did you do namaskara? So worshipping also means studying scriptures. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, those who reading my scriptures, they are worshipping me with their intelligence. So this is the most confidential knowledge. Manmana bhava matbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktaivam atmana matparayanaha. So worship Krishna, engage your mind always in thinking of the Lord, become his devotee, offer obeisances, and worship the Lord. Once we do this, we definitely go back, because Krishna says the secret. This is the way to go back to him. I don't know how many of you went to Govardhan. When you go to Vrindavan, Govardhan, it's like 25 kilometers long. And we took like 6-7 hours to do the parikrama. But I was astonished to see some devotees offering obeisances to the whole Govardhan. And then they were doing parikrama just by offering obeisances. And there were devotees who offer 108 times. Oh, Krishna. And I was feeling like how they are doing this. No, we can't even offer one obeisances. They offer 108 obeisances to the Lord. Even Gosamis of Vrindavan were doing this. So that we end the chapter with the verse Manmanaba matpakto madhyajimam namaskuru mami vaishyasi tevam atmana matparayanaha. Okay, any questions you can put in the chat. Oh, you can unmute. Yeah, I'll tell about that story about Bhishma Dev. So yeah, anyone knows, you can share. Why did Bhishma break that promise of he promised Arjuna, no? When Arjuna and Duryodhana went, yes, Mataji. Why did Krishna break his promise?
Bhishma had 5 arrows for Pandavas, and Duryodhana takes those for safekeep. But Krishna gives the instructions to Arjuna to take it back from him. So it is the pran of Bhishma that, he will kill Pandavas with those arrows. So he broke his promise. So
oh, you got muted, right? Yeah, then what happened? Hare Krishna Mataji, we can't hear you. Yeah.
Sorry, Mataji.
Then what happened?
Call.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you're right. The arrows were there, and Krishna made Duryodhana take that arrows. Then she's getting a call. Okay, so anyone else know it? Oh, what happened to you? Okay, I'll unmute everyone. Yeah, just. Oh, yes, Neha Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. So Krishna instructed Arjuna that Bhishma has kept these 5 arrows and Duryodhana has kept it safe with him. So he says that Duryodhana has told you to ask one thing. So this is the time Krishna tells him, you can ask that one thing to give the 5.
Yes.
So because Krishna knew everything, Arjuna was not aware of what is happening, the backstory. He took the 5, he went to Duryodhana, and he told Duryodhana that in that one, you told me that I can ask you anything. So I ask you those 5 arrows. So he gives it. Bhishma gets to know this, and he says that I'm sure Krishna has done this. So Bhishma Pratigya is like one line that cannot be broken. So you broke my promise. Now I make sure you break your promise by taking the weapon. So Krishna, to just please his devotee, he took the weapon when Bhishma was striking.
Yeah, so that's right. So Bhishma, because when Duryodhana and Arjuna went and asked, Duryodhana said, I want your army. And Arjuna said, no, I want only you, Krishna. So Krishna said, I'll come, but I'll never take a weapon. So that was Krishna's promise. But to satisfy Bhishma, because Bhishma is also a pure devotee of the Lord. So to satisfy him, he broke his promise. So Krishna is so dear to his devotees that he can go to any extent for his devotees to please his devotees. Yes, Shruti Mataji, what's your question?
Yeah. Hare Krishna Mataji, you explained about, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So you explained about the 9 stages of devotional service and 9 process or types of devotional service.
Yes.
So can you help me understand? Like I was a bit confused, stages as per I know, what I it's like what I understand is that like you have stage 1, 2, 3, 4, as you told, right? Like, we evolve. So prema comes the last year in the stages.
Yes.
And in the 9 process, we had something called this chanting kirtanam, right?
Yes.
So that is integrating with the one of the stages, that is bhajana. So can you help me understand, in a simple verse, these 9, what are how do you differentiate between the stages and the process?
Yeah.
So Shravanam. Yeah. That is one question.
Yeah. Stages is how we are chanting. You're chanting Hare Krishna for so many years or so many months. And as you chant, you will go in different stage. So first is you had faith, then you start Bhajana Kriya. Once you start Bhajana Kriya, there's like Anartha Nivritti, Nishta. So these are the stages in your chanting. While you're chanting, you will get you get the taste, the ruchi, you become fixed in devotional service. Then you get asakti, you become so attached, you develop the bhava. That's in chanting itself. So Shravanam Kirtanam, these 9 stages are in Kirtanam itself. But also it will come in all other service. Initially, you will be serving Krishna just Patnam Pushpam Phalam Trayam, just offering. But as you advance, as you keep doing it, you develop that love for Krishna and your mood will start changing. So in devotional service, 9 types of devotional service, you can have these 9 stages. Each one of us will be in different stage, different level 1, level 2, as we say. As our devotional service advances, we'll be in different stage, and the highest stage is prema. Like Srila Prabhupada did all the 9 devotional service in prema bhav or bhava stage. We are doing might be in Anartha Nivritti stage. We are stuck in Nishta, Ruji somewhere. So we'll be doing all the devotional service in that particular stage. Understood? But as we advance, we'll go up in the stage. Okay, like that.
Okay. So you're saying that like while performing any of these, like, just by hearing also, some people can go into the prema stage.
Yeah. So just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to fall unconscious, he used to cry. So
wow, okay,
that's ecstasy.
Okay.
That's
So like any of these processes based on their karmas, a particular devotee can enter into any of these stages. And some person, even if he's doing a lot of penance and also, but he can still be in the starting stage itself. Is that correct?
Yeah. Not on karma, based on our bhakti, based on how much sincerely we are, by the mercy of the guru. If we have the mercy of a guru, then we can advance in the bhava stage to the bhava stage. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Mataji. Yeah, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so I see that
the next question, Mataji, we always say, right, serving the Lord's lotus feet. So I know Bhagavad Gita is all about science. What is it like? Always, I was always, like want to know like more about why do we mention that lotus feet? Why are we connecting lotus to the feet of the Lord?
Yeah, so there are 3-4 reasons. One is that Garbhodaya Vishnu, when he was lying, from his navel, the lotus came, right? And on that Brahma was born. So Brahma is a secondary creator. Brahma created all other flowers, but the Lord created the lotus. That's one thing. Because from the lotus, Brahma came, right? So Brahma is the secondary creator, but the original creator is Krishna, and from him, the lotus came. And the lotus is so pinkish, and it's so soft, and it's so elongated. So that's why Krishna's eyes are compared to Nama Pangaja Nabhaya, Nama Pangaja Netraya, Nama Pangaja Maline, Namaste Pangajagraye. Kunti Maharani prays. Because the lotus you've seen, it's so soft and it's pinkish. Krishna's feet is also like that. It's very soft and pinkish, and his eyes are all like lotus. And another thing is, lotus is so pure. Even though it's coming in a muddy place, it's so pure and fresh. And also, it's detached. Patma Patram Ivambasha. The lotus leaf is always aloof. Krishna is also aloof. There's so many reasons, and it's so nice fragrance. So all these are why he's compared to the lotus.
Okay, the feet is always compared to the lotus, right?
Yeah, lotus feet. It said lotus feet.
Thank you so much.
Lotus eyes is also said lotus eyes. Okay. Yeah, lotus feet.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so the 9 types of devotional services, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, all that. And 9 stages is as you advance in Krishna consciousness, first is Shraddha, faith, Sadhu Sangha, all that. So we should know which stage we are in, and we should try to advance ourselves. But great devotees are in bhava and prema stage. Okay. Hare Krishna. I think we can end here. Thank you, everyone. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhude evacha patidana bhavanibhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namah anandapudi vaishnavvrindi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone.